Hi, dear students. Let's recall what happened when the doctor was sitting on his chair. A fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder. And it happened simultaneously. The doctor tried to look back. The very same moment, the snake landed on his shoulder. So both the events happened at the same time. That's called as simultaneous. Now let's see what happens afterwards and listen to the reading of paragraphs 11 to 16. Okay? I didn't jump. I didn't trample. I didn't cry out. There was no time to do any such a thing. The snake slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm above the elbow. The hood was spread out and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from my face. It would not be correct to say merely that I sat there holding my breath. I was turned to stone, but my mind was very active. The door opened into darkness. The room was filled with darkness. In the light of the lamp, I sat there like a stone image in the flesh. I felt then the great presence of the Creator of this world and this universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and He did not like it? I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." There was some pain in my left arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, no, a rod made of molten fire, was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. What could I do? At my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. Death lurked 4 inches away. Suppose it struck, what was the medicine I had to take? There were no medicines in the room. I was but a poor, foolish, and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. It seemed as if God appreciated that. The snake turned its head. It looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it admiring its own beauty? Was it trying to make an important decision about growing a mustache, or using eyeshadow and mascara, or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? Now let's try to understand the passages. Can you find out what was the doctor's response when the snake landed on him? Try to find out how did the doctor react when the snake landed on him. Did he jump? Did he trample? Did he cry out? What did he do? Yes, he didn't jump. He didn't trample. He didn't cry out. Why couldn't he do all such responses? Because there was no time to do any such a thing. Now, why did the doctor sit in the chair like a stone image in the flesh? He was just sitting there just like a stone. Even though he was a man, human being, he was just sitting there like a stone image. What could might be the reason? Simple. A snake on the shoulder and slowly coiled around his left arm, that too above the elbow of the arm. And what was the condition? The hood was spread out and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches only away from his face. So quite naturally, if he moved, what would happen? The snake would bite him. So, and not only because of any particular reason, the simple reason behind is this: he was totally frightened. So he sat there like a stone image in the flesh because of fear. The snake was only 4 inches away from the face of the doctor. So he held his breath. He was not even breathing. Okay. Even though his body was like that, was he alert in his mind? Of course, his mind was very active. He can think, right? So he thought, what to do? Nothing is possible. Everything seemed so dark. No hope. So what is remaining? Nothing to do. The only way remaining is to pray to God. So he felt the great presence of God, the whole world, the Creator. God was there. Suppose if he says something, the snake would bite him. So what did he do? He wrote in his mind, in his imagination. What are those letters? Oh God. Now, let's think about what was happening for his arm. Of course, there was pain in his left arm. He felt that the snake was as if something else. The snake is compared to certain things. Which are they? Yes, he felt it was like a thick leaden road. A road made of a lengthy thin pole made of lead. Lead, it's a metal. Sometimes he felt that it's not just a leaden road, it's a road made of molten fire. What do you mean by molten fire? If you have seen in pictures the volcanic eruptions, you would have understood lava coming out of a volcano. Which state of liquid it is? Yes, it is in the molten form. So that powerful molten fire, he felt like it was slowly crushing his arm powerfully. Yes, the snake was tightening on his left arm. Yes, what is the result? He felt his arm was weakening. The whole of his strength of the arm, the muscles, became so weakened. The whole energy got drained off, removed from his hand. Now, what is remaining? He thought, what could he do? What is the danger just near to him? Yes, death. Lurked, waited for him in secret manner. Death was just 4 inches away from him. If he moved slightly, the snake would strike him. So he thought, in case the snake strikes him, what was the medicine he had to take? Oh, my dear goodness. Poor foolish doctor did not have any medicines in the room. You remember in the beginning, he thought himself as something else. He thought that he was a handsome bachelor doctor. But now, see the contrast, the opposite thought point. Is he feeling high about himself? No, now he realized that he's a poor, foolish, and stupid doctor. Realizing that, what did he do? He smiled feebly in a weak manner at himself. There is nothing else to do. And the doctor says, the God appreciated his smile. Why did he think so? Because the snake turned its head and it looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. The image on the mirror. What does the doctor claim? He says he cannot claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into the mirror. But what was he sure about? What was he certain about? Yes, he was very much sure that the snake was looking into the mirror. Don't you remember some time back the doctor was looking into the mirror? Now the snake was looking into the mirror. What was the doctor doing some time back? Yes, he was admiring his own beauty. Now, the doctor thinks that the snake was looking into the mirror and also it must be admiring its own beauty. Now, you remember, some time back, the doctor took some important decisions. What were the important decisions he took? Yes, about growing a mustache and also, keeping the fine smile on his, attractive smile on his face forever. Yes, so since he did so, he thinks that the snake also must be trying to take an important decision. If the snake was a male snake, maybe perhaps it was thinking about growing a mustache. In case if the snake was a female snake, it could be thinking about using eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, the girls do that to make the eye look attractive. And applying some mascara. Or maybe the snake was thinking of wearing a vermilion, the bright red color spot on its forehead, which the married women use, vermilion spot. So the doctor thinks that the snake must be thinking about all those looking into the mirror. So now we have explained all those 11 to 16 paragraphs. Let's recall an important point. In the story, the snake is compared to 3 different objects. What are they? Of course, which are the answers? The snake is compared to a thick leaden rod, a rod made of molten fire, a rubber tube. Okay? Sometimes you can even imagine that the author, Waika Muhammad Basheer, he compares the snake to a human being when thinking about admiring its own beauty. Maybe even you can think that a snake is compared to God who can, take away one's life. So these are the important points. One more thing, let me ask you, why did the doctor feel he was a stupid doctor? Yes, in case if the snake struck, there was no medicine in his room. That was why he thought himself as a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. Okay, children.